Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in down Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait, 20! Here we go, team. All day, defense.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Situation. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Buccaneers. from the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Snags it for the pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. And this is caught by Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They go play action here on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, set. 380. Hey, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What? 315. 14. 45 the mic. Here we go. What?
Now Wilson on first down. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. 23 yards on the play.
Check. Good play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
45, Mike.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Buying time to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They will run with Grant. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Wilson.
And that will be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to, but when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that. Quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Now Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Brady. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
So we got man. Got it.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
45. Hey, D-line, let's go.
45. Check.
Mike, 45. Let's set a tone, fellas.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. It's a gain of 12. First down, Seahawks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
What that?
Mike, 54. I smell fear in that offense.
Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
45.
He's back to throw. Dorsett's got it. And he gets gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, Grant. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got 14.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One final try now for Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, going in.